The Highland Park shooting that happened in Illinois at the Independence Day parade, it's so awful. It's truly awful. Half a dozen people killed, dozens injured by this young man who opened fire from a roof and murdered these people. But all the details are still coming out. What happened? Did he dress up like a woman? Were there red flags? Were police sent to his house years before and confiscated knives and swords and other weapons because he was issuing death threats? We're still putting together a picture of what actually happened, what led to this. But one thing that I want to note right now, one thing that we already know is, again, the story is the same. This young man came from a broken family. This young man's parents were a mess. This young man had a mother who was known in the community to be unstable. Police were sent to their home often because of fights that the parents had. The police were sent to them to break up these fights. The children, this shooter has a brother and a sister. These children were neglected at after-school programs. The mother just didn't pick them up on time. Every single time we experience a tragedy in our nation, especially a mass shooting, the left always wants to point their finger at guns. And if they don't get gun control, they at least want to get a lot of government money thrown at the problem, thrown at the school system. And they completely ignore the commonality. The commonality in all of these shooters are broken families, broken marriages, parents who don't do their duty by their children. This is the bulwark. You can go back and listen to the episode that I did after Uvalde, because this was the exact same scenario that happened in Uvalde. The bulwark against this kind of evil atrocity has to be the family unit. It can't be the government. It can't be the school system. It can't even be this intangible idea of a village or a community at large. It has to be the nuclear family. And until and unless we as a society admit this, acknowledge this, and then the government actually promotes and encourages the nuclear family unit and marriage between one man and one woman raising their own children, then we're not going to be able to, as a society, create a bulwark against these evil things happening to us and happening to our children. Time and time again, it always comes back to broken families.